Live with CDP Sports Talk, a weekly sports and entertainment podcast sponsored by Barry Cullen Chevrolet. Live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And on audio via Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Radio Public, and TuneIn. Now, here's your host, Chris Palme.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to season 14, episode 29, overall 745 of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, brought to you by our friends at Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership, located at 905 Woodlawn Row West in the Guelph Auto Mall. Check out their website, barrycullen.com, for the newest selection of new and pre-owned GM vehicles, along with their great selection of all-electric vehicles, EVs, or Cadillac vehicles as well. And they also have a great selection of trucks there too at Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership. You can call them at 519-824-0210 and tell them Chris Palme sent you, or you can email them at info@barrycullen.com. Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership has been family run and operated here in the city of Guelph since 1969. Good evening, everybody, on this Monday, August 3rd, 2026, the civic holiday here in Ontario. I hope everybody had a great long weekend, enjoyed their holiday, and I'm looking forward to our guest tonight. She is a native of New Jersey. She is a New York Mets fan. She's also a former field hockey player. She is a huge golfer, and she is the founder and CEO of Met Marketing, and we're going to bring her on now. We met through Threads, and I'm excited to have her guest on. Her name is Meredith Otero, and we're going to bring her on right now. Good evening. How are you, Meredith?
Hey, Chris. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming on. And one of my friends who lives in New Jersey, she is a huge New York Mets fan as well. Her name is Cheryl. She's a Mets junkie. She loves the Mets as much as you probably do.
Well, Cheryl and I are already best friends because we share our heartbreak together quite often. So
that's why we love sports.
Yes, but we keep coming back. It hurts so good. So
that's why we love sports, the drama.
We do. Just so dramatic.
I want to say thank you so much, Meredith, for taking some time out of your very busy schedule to come on here tonight and talk to us a little bit about your company, Met Marketing, and also being a writer, a speaker, a business development leader. You wear many different hats like I do, too.
Oh, yes. No, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much. I can't remember if you mentioned it, but meeting on Threads, just kind of, you find your people in certain places. So it was a pleasure to connect with you and have a lot of crossover in terms of our networks and touch points of what we cover in terms of media. Just obviously being in the sports industry just opens up so many parallels. And it's what I find happens being in the golf industry. I do have one correction, though, from my intro. I would be lying if I said I was a golfer. I do not golf.
Okay. Neither do I.
I'm telling you, and it's so funny that people are shocked when I say that. And I'm like, I've been on the business side for almost 20 years. Write about it. I follow it. Market, I sell members. I'm in it. I am in it. But finding the time to actually play, not so much. But I am very much in it, surrounded by it. But,
fun fact about me: the last time I golfed, the New York Rangers won the Stanley Cup back in 1994. August 94 was the last time I golfed.
It gives some perspective. Truly, it is a dedication to, it's a dedicated art to be able to, one, take the time to learn it and then not get frustrated and actually still want to play after trying.
It's a skilled sport. And by the way, I think when we met on Threads, you were at a golf event for former Philadelphia Eagles quarterback, one of my heroes, Ron Jaworski, who's from Lackawanna, New York, outside of Buffalo.
Oh, what? Honestly, that day so far for 2026, well, I should say night and day, because it was like a day and a half event. Easily top 10 moments of the year, possibly top 5. It was just such an incredible experience to see firsthand what his entire family has done for the community and beyond in terms of raising not only money, but resources and connecting people and utilizing his network for the greater good, building playgrounds, school supply drives, holiday drives for at youth risk in the community. I mean, it's unfortunately something that it's real. It's very real. And he just brings in together so many people. I want to say it was his 42nd year hosting his celebrity golf outing, and it's at one of his clubs, River Winds, in South Jersey, and they crossed the $10 million mark of what they've raised, and it was just an absolute pleasure to be a part of that day. Met some really cool people. I got to chat with Jason Kelsey and Ron, the man himself. We just had such an awesome time, and he just has supporters from year over year that just keep coming back. And it was a hot day. It was filled with so much support and love, and we had a great time. I really look forward to going back next year.
I became an Eagles fan back in 1980 because the 1980 NFC Championship game, the Eagles were taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Even as a kid, I hated the Dallas Cowboys, and that the Eagles beat them in the NFC Championship. Dick Vermeil, Ron Jaworski, Wilbert Montgomery, Harold Carmichael, Johnny LeMaster beat the Cowboys. They should have won the Super Bowl that year against the Raiders, but you know what? That Super Bowl was special because that was the first one in Philly history, and Ron Jaworski, to me, is one of the top 5 quarterbacks in Eagles history, in my opinion.
No, he certainly is. I mean, he's definitely earned that. I mean, that's a group of OGs right there. And it's funny you mentioned the Eagles and the Cowboys are probably the 2 teams in the NFL that I loathe the most. However, the Eagles have certainly won me over. Never the Phillies, but the Eagles I'll take. If I'm going to have to tap into one Philly team, that would have to be it, I suppose.
I think the one reason why we like sports is because sports unites everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. I find it does. It's just it doesn't discriminate. Everybody just has their favorite teams, favorite athletes, and also too meeting these celebrities or athletes or former athletes. They're just like the rest of us. They're human beings. They put on pants like us, shirts like us, and I just talk to them the way I talk to anyone else. And I think that's what makes a good interview too.
I agree. I mean, and that's something I take immense pride in. And if you can reflect your authentic self when meeting people and putting yourself out there, you're only going to make those that you're talking to feel more comfortable to do the same and mirror that back to you. And I feel like that's what develops long-lasting relationships in business, in friendships, family, what you name it. But that's it. People will see right through it if you don't. And I feel like, you know what I mean? If you don't, what's the point? I mean, why wouldn't you want to encourage somebody to do the same for you? So I mean, I agree 100%.
be yourself. But I'll give you a quick story. I was at the Niagara Falls Comic Con. It's like one of the biggest ones in North America. And there was people like Vicki Lawrence there, Lou Ferrigno, who played the Hulk. When I talked to Vicki Lawrence for about 10 seconds, I got starstruck. And then I just immediately started talking to her like I'm talking to you. And we had a nice conversation. And that's how you do it with things too. So
Absolutely.
for 10 seconds, I was starstruck. And then I just went back into talking to her like a regular person. And she's really, really a nice woman, down to earth and very successful, but just a human being. And that's how you do it. And you mentioned the word, how you do it in business, you do it in media and in life as well. And people can sense when you're fake and phony too.
Goodness. Yes. You can smell them from a mile away.
Absolutely. And this technology is amazing too. It really shrinks the world down. I've had people on from India, Australia, Switzerland, Germany, and it's just amazing how this technology it's made the world smaller.
It truly has. And that is something that the golf industry does as well. It's, everyone, you typically hear the reference of 6 degrees of separation. Well, I will tell you this year alone, it is maybe two degrees of separation. The connectivity, whether they play or have a business within or some way, shape, or form, the golf industry brings people together, or somehow you find common ground in some way, shape, or form.
Meredith, I'm based in the Toronto area here in Canada, in Ontario. Can you just tell our audience just a little bit about yourself and who are some of your early influences and mentors?
Oh, yes. So, well, I'm a born and raised Jersey girl. I really only left home when I was traveling for sports. And ultimately that took me on a full scholarship to play at Miami University of Ohio. A frequent mix-up of people, but awesome school in Oxford, Ohio. Some may know that Ben Roethlisberger is
Big Ben.
Yeah, Big Ben is a grad. I think he was 2 years above me. He was actually supposed to be at the golf outing, and I don't know what came up with his schedule, but he didn't make it. Which I was really disappointed, but that's okay. In any event, so that really college took the girl out of Jersey, but she went right back. Which I'm a beach girl. I just love everything that Jersey has to offer. I think we get a bad rap, unfortunately, but
why is that? If you don't mind me asking,
I really don't know. I mean, TV doesn't help. The Jersey Shore show, I think, which none of them are from New Jersey. Let's make that known. Did not help us. But gosh, we have beaches, we have beautiful farms, we have mountains, we have everything. Literally, we have this New York City within reach. We have Philadelphia within reach. We have all the things. So taxes are terrible, but
it sounds like Toronto. It sounds like here.
Everything is within reach. I mean, any destination. My life is many people's vacation is what I'm going to say. But that being said, I did come home and I wanted to work. I just had just wanted to work. I think I was just used to being on my own and I was eager to work, and I picked up a front desk job at a private club, just, next town over from me, actually where I am right now, and was taking calls, making lunch orders, that sort of thing. And to your question, one of my very first mentors, her name is Linda Everick. Love her, adore her. She was my boss, and her office was right behind me at the front desk. So oftentimes I was pulled into a lot of her projects with marketing and sales and tours and meeting the members and all the things. So the more I was integrated, I was like, wow, I really love this. Like I love talking to people. I mean, when you work at a private club, you have oftentimes hundreds of people, right at your fingertips of all walks of life and backgrounds. There's just so much to chat about, really. And that's what you want these people to feel welcome at their home club. So a few years later, I, built the confidence, and then I took the leap into my first executive role at a private club. I was the director of membership and marketing at another private club in New Jersey. And I had 8 years inside the ropes inside private clubs and met tons and tons of people. I had incredible bosses. I would say another very big influence of mine was a general manager that I worked with for 5 years. His name is Joel Inman. He and I worked again at that club, and I was there for 5 years. I then took a position, went up to North Jersey. Funny enough, the golf world works in wild ways. I have since left that club. Obviously, I started my business, but that general manager now works at the club that I was last at. And it's the perfect position. It was the perfect move for him. Well-deserved. But that's actually brought us back together for other initiatives in the golf industry now that I have my own business. So when I started a family, hospitality industry could be tough. It could be tough on, those off-peak hours, and especially the position that I was in. You have to be available when everyone's off, weekends, nights, for those types of tours and selling the club. So I knew that wasn't going to fly for me. I wanted to be with my babies. So I was like, how can I take all of this experience and apply it? So I just created a business and offered these services from a remote standpoint. Now that was almost 8 years ago. And since then, what started in, more of the detail work of digital marketing has taken a trajectory well beyond, because it opened up so many network avenues. It has taken more of a strategic role in the industry, or service model, I should say, and more or less in media now, brand partnerships and collaborations, which is, talk about what fills your cup. It's really fun. I get to work with so many different people. So really at this point, the ones that influence me are the people I work with, especially women in business that are owning these brands that are changing the market of golf, from a public golf, private golf industry, professional golf. They're the influence for me, and I'm here for it. So it's my day-to-day is pretty fun. I talk to a lot of cool people.
Meredith, I wanted to ask you this too. Being an entrepreneur like myself,
Mm-hmm.
do you find there's more diversity and more women now as entrepreneurs and being self-employed?
Oh, without a doubt. I think the confidence has certainly taken a shape that was long overdue, in my opinion. I will say the golf industry, it still is a male-dominated industry, but the women are taking a big, big leap into many different avenues of it, from club leadership roles to owning retail brands to building the products that these professional athletes are using in competition. So they're making their mark everywhere. And that's a big piece for me. I mean, sports shape my life. And for me to still be in the sports industry, it's not only really cool to see firsthand and be able to literally work with these people and create opportunities for them that will grow their business even more. I try to give back however I can and shape my day and my, my role and my position in not only the golf industry, but the sports industry, to be able to speak on this and write about it and show my perspective of the infinite career pathways that the golf industry alone offers to any collegiate athlete that's like trying to navigate the next season of life. I didn't know where it could lead, and it's just really cool. Like, I am a product of that, and I just tried to get that message out there as much as I can, just to always, widen the door and welcome people through it. Not just open it, but welcome them through and make an introduction when I can, and just push them forward.
And look at how much women's sports has evolved. You got the WNBA, which you got a team in Toronto now, the Women's Professional Hockey League, the Women's Professional Baseball League.
That's right.
I know there was a football league at one point, but it's just women's sports has really evolved and improved. And you're seeing more women in broadcasting and media in executive positions as well.
It's really cool that I was just at an event last week, and I was a minor featuree in an inaugural issue of a media network that's based in Phoenix. Their inaugural Women in Sports issue. And we had, where is it? I have the copy there, but there was an Olympic softball player on the cover, ESPN announcer. There's Ann Myers Drysdale, who is like VP with the Phoenix Suns. We actually went to go see their game that evening, which was so cool. I mean, they really put on quite the show. I mean, incredible women that are just making massive waves in the sports industry and investing. They're coming back and reinvesting into the industry. And sometimes there was Chantel. She was volleyball. I believe it was volleyball. It was technically her background, but she's investing in other avenues of the sports industry. Just kind of like spread the wealth and knowledge where you can. And it was it was awesome to be in that room and talk about, they're just real people. We laughed and just had the best time. So there's just, yes, of course, there's always work to do. There's always growth to be had, but it was really an awesome highlight reel of the impact many women have had on the sports industry. So thank you to the No Women's Network for doing that. And it won't be the last.
Meredith, I'm not sure if you froze up or not. I just wanted to ask you how much you've involved and improved as an entrepreneur and a business owner over the last 8 years. I think maybe Meredith froze up. Everybody, just bear with us. I think she just froze up. So Meredith, if you can hear me, maybe try logging. Oh, you're back. No, it happens. And technology, there's glitches with technology. I guess you're back now, Meredith.
Yeah, I'm here. I actually thought that you froze. Apologies
I guess
to anybody that's tuned in.
Yes. Technology too. That's one thing too. Technology can be a great tool, but sometimes it doesn't always go perfectly. So you have to think, you have to ad-lib like a quarterback and think on your feet. I wanted to ask you this, Meredith. How much have you involved and improved in the world of marketing as an entrepreneur, even the last couple of years?
Oh yeah. I mean, every day is a learning experience. I have certainly made mistakes. Oh boy, you just have to grow every day. If you're not growing, you're doing something wrong. So what I will say is stay curious. I just continue to stay curious, not only within your craft, your skill set, but don't be afraid to look outside the box for opportunity or connection. Oftentimes I am looked at like, you're crazy. Like, why are you even holding this meeting? Like, this is going to be a waste of your time type of thing. I don't want to be part of that. I can't even tell you, I'm good. I don't have time for that. Okay, well, guess I'm going to keep the meeting. And those meetings, because the way that my mind works, you thinking outside the box, you just peel away the layers beyond what's in front of you. You uncover so much that individuals, you have to take their industry or their actual job role out of it for a second and just get to know someone. You realize that they can be an asset to someone else, or there's someone that may be able to push them forward in an opportunity. Just staying curious and always genuinely looking to learn about people and in other areas has helped me reshape the way that I think about business. That there's always another door to open, and it's only crazy until you only call it crazy until it actually comes to fruition. So gotta believe it.
And by the way, I'm self-taught into media. I went to school for law. I went to school for law and security. I worked in a security company for 24 years. And during the pandemic, I had a work divorce on both sides. I got a taste of broadcasting by doing some volunteer work, doing camera work. I did camera work for a couple years. And then I decided to start a podcast show, which led to a radio show. And now I cover a number of different pro sports leagues, including the National Football League. I was told I was too old. I was uneducated. I wasn't going to make it. And I blocked out the noise. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to block out the noise. Whatever career you go in, you're going to have your supporters, but you're going to have your skeptics, naysayers, and sometimes in media, you get your haters too.
Oh, I love it. Bring it on. Bring it on, because
it just motivates me more.
Yeah, it's silly. I mean, why? You know what? It's not even worth. They exist. We acknowledge that they exist, and that's about all the mental bandwidth they're going to get from me and you. How about that?
Absolutely. And one thing I use, this is my model: stay humble and stay hungry, not just in food terms, but hungry in terms of knowledge. And yes, you are going to make mistakes. I've made some mistakes, and the only way you get better is to learn from your mistakes. There's people that are haters. They don't put themselves out there, so they don't realize. And the thing is, you put yourself out there, you do make mistakes, but the only way you get better in any profession is to learn from your mistakes and move on from it and not beat yourself up.
I agree. And I think the other big thing for me too is don't try to do everything yourself. Know your lane and outsource if you need to. I have done that. It has been, you try to be conscious of money and like where, your funds are going. I get that. I do, but you have to weigh out what's worth the headache and what's worth, somebody could do it in a fraction of the time. It's just, don't be afraid to outsource. And then it gives you more time to focus on what you're supposed to be focusing on. I think that that's the other big piece as well that I learned along the way.
That's something I'm still working on because I wear 10 different hats, literally. There's times where my work-life balance, I have to do a little bit of better job on that. So that's something I'm still working on. And there's some things I love doing, but like digital flyers and designs and graphics, I let someone else deal with that because I don't have the patience for it. And I'd rather have somebody who has patience and can do a better job than me. No, I guess the word I'm looking is know when to step back and let someone else help as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you know what your strong suits are, and you actually, there may be times that you're very good at it. Like there are things that you could be like, I actually love doing that. I love creating and doing the designs, but it is time. And there are individuals out there that are just as beyond talented that can also do it in an efficient amount of time. But then it allows me to be doing what I want to be doing. And that's front facing and talking to people and networking and creating more opportunities. Just knowing when to balance out the things that should be off your plate.
I was going to bring this up later in the show, but I think it's a good time to bring it up. What are your thoughts on AI in the marketing industry and the media industry? And do you find AI is going to kind of shrink more jobs?
I mean, I can tell you as far as the private golf industry, nothing is going to take away human connection. That is what the club culture is built on human connection and building a positive hospitality experience. A robot's not going to do that. They can't do that. And if they do, that's weird. Because it's not a copy and paste thing. It takes certain individuals with certain, it starts here. You just cannot replace that. At least in my opinion, not anytime soon. However, there are ways that AI can, so for example, club leaders in a private club, 1000% could they be utilizing AI to free up their time so that they can spend more time and be more front facing with the membership and allow themselves to have that human interaction more often. They're not behind the desk typing out meeting minutes or designing flyers, or you know what I mean? That time could be spent building rapport and relationships and cultivating new members, you know what I mean? And growing the club culture because they are actually using human interaction to do so. That's where AI should be leveraged more. And I think it is. I certainly think it is, but it just has to, it's all about balance. It's all about balance and doing it for the greater good.
I admit sometimes when I've got so much on my plate, I sometimes use AI for editing video. I still love doing editing video for myself, but I sometimes use AI when I've got a lot on my plate. So
sure.
I think if you use it responsibly in the right way, it's a good tool.
I agree. I certainly agree.
Meredith, can you tell us how you ended up starting up your own company, Met Marketing, and how you came up with the name and the branding for it, and some of the challenges of starting up a business as a woman?
Yeah, I mean, it did start small. Like I said, I knew that being on property in the club industry and in the role that I was in after starting a family just wasn't going to be conducive to what I wanted. I wanted to have that flexibility that the hospitality industry often doesn't offer. So I just took the leap, created the LLC, and the name has a little bit of a hybrid. So, I mean, it started with the fact that I was serving the metropolitan area. Obviously, I am a metropolitan fan, so that weighed heavily into it. But really, the MET stands for meeting, exceeding together. And really, that's just a meeting of the minds. And we're just going to exceed those goals and bring opportunity together to grow even further in business, and wherever that may be, whether that's directly in the golf industry or maybe outside of that. I mean, I've worked with many brands, but that being said, it's been great. I mean, I have to say, a woman in a male dominated industry, I've never had an issue. I have been welcomed with open arms. My opinion has always, or my input has always been offered to, to share. So I think that alone makes, it makes a statement, but that's not to say that's everyone's experience. I have been lucky enough that I have created many, many great relationships, but I think it's personality driven. I mean, I'm not afraid to put myself out there. So that's not easy. That's not easy for everyone. And believe me, I get that. And I have to have those conversations with brands that I work with, and not everybody is ready to jump in front of a camera or go into a networking, event. Me, I'm like, just put me in the room. Just put me in the room. Like something's going to come out of it. Maybe not immediately, but I can guarantee you I will create an opportunity for someone. Something positive is going to come out of that. And it's my mission to do that. Like I said, it may not even impact me directly, but if I could do that for someone else, that's just me. So I've had a very positive experience starting a business in a male dominated industry. And I think I really do. I think we're getting there. I mean, you see it. I mean, you're probably your feed on many platforms is very much women in sports, women in leadership roles. And it's loud. It's a loud statement. And not saying it's even Steven yet, but it's pretty impactful, I will say.
Meredith, what's 3 words to describe yourself as an entrepreneur?
Always stay curious. That's pretty much what shapes my day to day. That's probably the best way to say it.
What do you love the most about marketing? And can you just tell our audience some of the services you offer to your clients and companies?
Sure. Well, what I love most is the incredible amount of people that I get to meet every single day or chat with every single day. That's a lot of the reason why I shifted my model from being kind of like in the detail work behind the scenes, like buried behind a computer. I had the ability, because it's my own company, to do the little bit of soul searching, realize like what I'm good at and what makes the most positive impact for what I want to do is being out there, using the fact that I do enjoy talking to people and creating opportunities. So that's probably, that is my favorite part. And so just from a service perspective, it's, like I said, brand partnerships. So for example, I'm, say I'm working with a club or a property and they want to create a certain event or something like that. I assist them, given their brand, kind of do a brand audit, who aligns with their particular culture or operation, whether that's what merchandise should go in their pro shop or what type of golf outing, who should we focus on in terms of outreach, those sorts of things, and bringing those people together in collaborative ways. And it goes beyond that too. Offer strategic, just marketing consulting. Of course, I can do the social media management and all of that, but really looking at the bigger picture of what you should be doing from a brand perspective, front facing and behind the scenes, is a big part of all of it. It all runs together because one piece of the puzzle cannot fit the whole operation without another one running. So it all does kind of blend together. So it's kind of hard to define it specifically, but the best way would be marketing, brand partnerships, collaborations, media, of course. I do contribute to several industry publications as well. And speaking. So, like I said, it all goes together.
What are some of the common mistakes people make before they come and see you? And how important is branding and marketing, especially now in the world of internet and social media platforms?
I think I think the most important thing is to realize what your brand is and what you want it to be. Once you define that and you're like really sure about it, and that's going to define long-term partnerships and business relationships. If you don't really know what that is, you may get into deals or bring on clients that just end up being a headache because you're like, wait, this, I don't think like you, like we don't align, that sort of thing. So really just understanding who you want to align yourself with, because that's a reflection of your brand, that is going to shape the relationships that you have professionally and, eventually could, bleed outside of that. But if you want longevity and loyalty within your business, you really got to know what and who you want to align with.
Consistency too. And I have to admit, I've been looking at rebranding, marketing myself, but I want to take it slowly. I want to make sure, because I don't want to end up rebranding and marketing myself on a regular basis.
Exactly.
So I'm learning that, and people, you establish a rapport with people and stuff like that. And if you continue to rebrand and remarket all the time, people are going to start doubting your business.
Or that you're just, you're wishy-washy, that you're unreliable, like they don't know what they want or they don't know who they want to work with. You take your time, but you know who you want to work with or who you even at least want to interact with. Yeah. And that's going to help you shape that.
Consistency. And also too, my show says sports and entertainment. It's not just a sports show, it's an entertainment show. I love sports, but I've done a lot of non-sports shows as well. So I want to be known as a guy who can talk sports. I can talk entertainment. I can talk even politics, which I don't really want to get into, but I can do a number of topics and stuff like that. So I want people to learn, hey, live with CDP Media Productions. This guy can do more than one thing. I don't want to be known as a one-trick pony as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty cool. I am not because I know if I open that door, it's going to be way too messy because I will talk to anybody. I will chat it up. And listen, if I bite off more than I can chew, I will find a way to chew it. I may not like it, but it's just too much. Sometimes it's too much for me.
Thoughts on the importance of connecting and networking in the sports industry, the marketing industry, especially with your company too, because you have to be able to connect with people to help grow your business and get your business more exposure too.
100%. I mean, I think that is what it is. The sports industry is, even the solo sports, it's how do you interact with a team? That is sports. If you can get along, you have to be able to do that. And if you can't, as an athlete, you're sitting or you're not even getting on the team. All of that carries into the business side too, if you want to have any longevity in the sports industry.
Don't burn bridges either. I've learned that too.
Mm-hmm. You may not like everything everyone has to say or the way that they run things, and that's okay. It's how you carry yourself, and it's how you, and no one's saying you have to force a business relationship. It's how you handle those situations is going to build the respect. People are going to have respect for you not aligning with, someone or something that didn't work. You see it, the writing on the wall. But I think connecting is 100% the service model.
I've learned too in media, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And I definitely don't want somebody to come on my show that is not sure or very uncomfortable. So I try to build a rapport with my guests. If they want to email me, phone me, a Zoom call, Google Meet, you know what I mean? I'm very accommodating and flexible, but I also want to make sure it's the right fit for them and fit
Correct.
for me. You never want to bring somebody on that's like, I don't like this guy, I don't like his work, I don't like his show. And also you got to learn it not to take it personally. I've had some guests say no to me, and then a month later they've contacted me and they've changed their mind about coming back on my show. So it's how you carry yourself and not take things personally. And that's something I'm working on too.
And that should always be, I feel, a work in progress, because you're going to evolve personally, professionally. And that's going to be a reflection of who you work with too. So like those audiences may change. Oh, Laura.
She's from Saskatchewan. She is a musician from Saskatchewan, Canada, and she has a question for you. Laura wants to know, what is a word of wisdom for youth wanting to get into marketing and into sports? I have a few young adults who are into marketing and would love to know your keys of wisdom. Great question.
That is a wonderful question. And I think my answer would be something that I continue to kind of define as well, as always stay curious. Don't be afraid to ask questions. That's going to allow you to absorb so much more in every little nook and cranny of the industry. Take in what you can. And I will say, depending on ages, I'm not sure what ages we're talking about, but to look into ambassador programs. I most recently have become a mentor for the USA Basketball Foundation. And those women are some are still in college, some are just right out of college and kind of navigating this new path. They ask all the same questions, and it's just a wonderful way to share this and for them to absorb real life, relatable perspectives. So I would certainly say take a look around for ambassador programs, youth athletic ambassador programs. They are out there, believe me. So, and I'm happy to help find them if you need.
And I would also say too, from my experience, volunteering in internships as well. A lot of the skills I got from media was from reaching out to professional sports teams, organizations, leagues, and sometimes they tell you no, and sometimes they tell you yes. So whenever you get an opportunity, make the most out of the opportunities, in my opinion.
Absolutely. If someone opens a door, then I would say go for it. Learn what you can. And it'll at least teach you if it's something you want to go forward with, or help you decide that you don't. So, which is great. Going into marketing. Oh, wonderful.
I remember when I was 23 back in 1995.
Feels like times ago. Oh, but that's wonderful. Well, she is welcome to reach out and find me. I am happy to answer any questions and be a sounding board.
Where can our audience, since you mentioned it, where can they find you on social media, your website, and the best way of contacting you?
Yes. I think it's running along the bottom. I think everybody can see that, but LinkedIn is wonderful. I love interacting on LinkedIn, and you will actually find some of the girls that are part of that program, that mentorship program, on my LinkedIn too. So we actually have a recent feed. Those are great women to connect with. So my LinkedIn, and that's actually under my company's name. So it's Met Marketing LLC, or my Instagram. DM me on Instagram, and that's
Threads.
Or Threads. Yep. And it's the same handle, MERE, _OTERO. So.
Thank you, Meredith. Hey, Meredith, can you just tell us how you got involved with the U.S. Basketball's Foundation Women in the Game as a mentor and as an active board member as well in the golf industry network?
Sent an email. That's all I did. I sent an email, introduced myself. And again, it goes back to my why. My why is to give back in any way, like all of this experience and lessons learned. And, I don't want it to just stay here. I want to share it.
The way I was going to say is pay it forward, because when I started this 7 years ago, Meredith, I reached out to a lot of professional pro sports teams, broadcasters. I didn't think they would give me the time of day. And after reading my story and what I'm doing, they reached out to me, and I had guys on here I never thought I would get on my show. And I've been very lucky. And I said, when I become successful, I'm going to pay it forward to other people too. Kindness is free. Pay it forward.
Absolutely. And the moment you start thinking, how can I make money off of this? You're not doing. Nope. Don't even bother. It's just, and that's where I feel like there are people that get really misaligned when they're trying to give back. For me, I literally shape my days and my work so that I can do this, so that I can make the time to pay it forward in any way that I can, whether it's an hour a month or, a couple meetings a month. Like that, to me, that is worth it. And, I may not be able to reply back immediately, but I will absolutely reply back. Like if there's any outreach from the younger ones that have some questions.
And one thing too, Meredith, as well, is sometimes you're going to be told no. No is a temporary setback. And I also now speak once a month when school's in. I speak to high school kids about the importance of education in a classroom, but education also, it doesn't stop out of a classroom. Self-taught is education. Classroom education is important, but also you don't have to pick one career when you're in high school and that's it. You can have 2, 3, 4 different careers. And I've transitioned in from security into media. And even though I didn't go to broadcast journalism, my former career in security, I worked for a casino racetrack. I worked with a lot of the public. I had to learn a lot of media skills in that job that I've translated over to this as well. So you don't have to pick one career and that's it for the whole life nowadays.
And that brings up a really good point, and a major reason why I, especially for athletes, young athletes, is my career through college was essentially being an athlete. So when that's all that you're used to and you graduate and it's like, okay, well, what do I do now? This is all I know. That's where I want to be able to help them navigate that new season of life. That one, you're going to be okay. Use the resources that you can, but ask the questions. And because it's scary. I mean, I've been introduced to people, to kids. They're kids at the end of the day, that many times, if you're a Division I athlete, you get a lot handed to you. They bend the rules. I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't get some rules bent for me as an athlete with traveling and practices and all of that. Navigating that afterward, and I was raised, my family raised me. They're like, you do everything yourself. And I did, but still to make a living for yourself, choosing a career. My point being is I didn't choose what I wanted to do until 7 years ago. I mean,
well, really. Same here. 7 years for me, 40 at the age of 47. Yes. And it seems like a lot of guests that I've had on this show.
I went in undecided to college, by the way, for the first 2 years.
I went to college for law and security because I didn't know what else I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I did well in law and security, and I'm grateful for that career. But now I've transitioned. And to be honest, I don't think I would have been ready to do this in my 20s and 30s. So I think my life experiences and from
Agreed.
that career has helped me with this career like yours has as well.
I absolutely agree. I mean, when you really think about it, you need the experience and the uncertainty and navigating these oddball hurdles in order to actually speak on it. So the timing makes sense. The timing makes sense to kind of embark on or realize what you want to do. Maybe not immediately after college.
Age is just a number. I meant when I was in my other career, I used to get harsh on the younger generation. They're lazy, they don't want to learn, whatever. But switching over to media, I work with a lot of younger people, and they don't judge me on my age or my background. They ask me about my life experience and skills, and then I ask them about their education and their background, and I kind of work along with them. So I keep an open mind. Whatever career you go into, and I've learned this, don't have preceptions or pre-notions of people. Keep an open mind, whatever you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you will be pleasantly surprised what you learn about people and what has shaped them, what has brought them to this point in space and time. And that, again, stay curious. Keep
Meredith,
the judgments in the back.
Meredith, are you okay for 5 more minutes? A couple more quick questions?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Okay. What do you enjoy the most about being a marketing strategist, a writer, a speaker, and a business development leader?
Learning about people, talking to people, and just seeing how I can be a resource and creating opportunity. That's just kind of getting back to the greater good. Sorry, there's flies coming in. I have my door open, but that's the best part. I meet so many amazing people.
You want to continue to grow and not shrink, except for my waistline. That's my next battle.
All of us. Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
Hey, as we wrap up the show, I had to ask you this since you're a New York Mets fan. What are your thoughts on this year's Mets team? And do you feel Bo Bichette will opt out of his contract? And what were some of the reasons this Mets team struggled? They were supposed to contend in the National League East.
It's a shame. It really is. It's hard this past week, especially with the trades and gosh, Dodgers gobbling up everyone and every single piece of talent
Thanks to Detroit
in the league. But we were supposed to kind of be neck and neck with them in terms of the talent and the production. I do think the shakeup in the clubhouse last winter. Now, not to say that maybe certain pieces of that weren't necessary, but the shakeup of the core 4 in the clubhouse kind of put a damper on things. And I don't know if that was the right shakeup that needed to happen, but it did. It is what it is. We're in it. I don't know how long we have to ride out this to make the bleeding stop, but it is what it is. I don't know.
And there's a possibility of a lockout in 2027. I just go back to watching minor league baseball again. I covered the Blue Jays farm team in Buffalo for a couple years as freelance media. I absolutely loved it, and I loved talking to the players and all the changes to the game I saw down in Buffalo a couple years before they came up to the major leagues with the pitch clock, the automatic balls and strikes. A lot of the changes in Major League Baseball was down in AAA and AA baseball. And I tell fans, if there's no Major League Baseball next year, go to your local minor league ballpark and watch baseball that way.
We have the Jersey Shore Blue Claws here, and then up in North Jersey is the Little Falls, the Jackals, I believe. But we did go to one of those it wasn't Savannah Bananas, but it was like one of those teams.
That's on my bucket list, Savannah Bananas.
Oh my gosh, Chris.
Hopefully they come to Canada.
My gosh. Use your connections. Some things were questionable, I'm not going to lie. But they go over the kids' heads. It was a sight. It was a sight, to say the least. And it was pouring rain. They didn't care. They were doing their thing. But that's another alternative. If you cannot get to a minor league game, that would be something else. I can't think of what their names were. Oh,
there's a team in Trenton, the Trenton Thunder.
Yeah.
Trenton Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, they're just 20 minutes west of me.
I love minor league baseball, and it's like, and they do a great job with families too, and it's affordable too.
It is. It really is.
Compared to Major League Baseball, where you get to take out a bank loan nowadays.
Oh my gosh. I will, especially Citi Field. Are you kidding? Getting there alone. And that's the other thing. I mean, obviously, you know my thoughts on Philadelphia. However, it is so much easier to get to Citizens Bank than it is to get to Citi Field. And it's the same distance. It's just cheaper.
Cheaper and the traffic.
Yes.
Sounds like Toronto traffic.
Yes.
I refuse to drive to Toronto. I take the train in. Speaking of Toronto, do you have any plans on expanding your business into Canada one day?
I never say no. Never say no. Will always have the conversation. There's golf everywhere. You know what? Drake just had his outing this past weekend. So Ovo, right? I think it's Ovo.
Yes.
Yes. He just said golf is everywhere, Chris.
He used to come to my old workplace to gamble with his entourage.
Oh, I believe it.
Oh, yeah. So, but he does a lot of good things for charities too that people don't hear about.
Incredibly good things. Yes.
Have you met Drake yet?
I'm sorry. No, I have not. I have not. But I have met some really cool people that were at the outing too. So you never know. You just never know.
As we wrap up the show, Meredith, this segment's called Ask the Host CDP a Question. Do you have a question for me to put me on the hot seat as we wrap this up?
Okay. You said you don't golf, right? No.
I haven't golfed since August 30th, 1994.
I love that you know that date specifically. Okay. Knowing that you have not golfed in however long, pick your foursome. Pick your foursome to go out and golf with.
You're going to laugh at one of them.
I love it. Bring it on.
Adam Sandler, who played Happy Gilmore.
Love that. I love that. Yes.
That would be one of them. I would say if he was younger, Chevy Chase, who was in Caddyshack, the first Caddyshack.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is my favorite movie.
Yes, he would be two.
Okay.
I would say Arnold Palmer, because he's a great golfer.
All right.
And I like his iced tea. And Jack Nicholson.
Okay. Wait.
That might be
Jack,
more than four.
like The Shining, Jack.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But Adam Sandler would be my first choice.
That's awesome. I think that's a great choice. I like that.
But the second Happy Gilmore wasn't as good as the original. The original.
No, you can't. It wasn't terrible, but
the first one was so good.
Yeah, it's hard. Some just need to stay solo. Sometimes a sequel is not necessary.
What's next on your bucket list, Meredith? And have you ever been to Canada yet?
No, I was supposed to go for my 40th birthday. That did not work out. I was supposed to go to Montreal. And yeah, but I'm down to go only because literally from New Jersey, The flight's like 45 minutes. It's so close.
I'm about 6 hours from Montreal, 6.5 hours.
I feel like I looked in Toronto as well, but it was more just proximity wise. But I would love to do that. I would love to get there. I cannot say that I have been.
And Niagara, and if you like wine, Niagara Falls or Niagara on the Lake has one of the biggest wineries in the world. They have over 140 different wineries in Niagara on the Lake.
Sold.
Niagara Falls. That's somewhere you got to go to. Hey, Meredith, as we wrap the show up, where again can our audience follow you on social media, your website, and the best way of contacting you at Met Marketing?
Yes. So you can head to my website, metmarketingllc.com. The same handle is for LinkedIn, Met Marketing LLC, and Instagram is also great. And that is Instagram or Threads. Same handle is MERE_OTERO. And yeah, DM me, email me. I will do my best to get back to you soon. I won't leave you hanging. A lot of fun stuff on the horizon. So if you are in the market or in the golf industry, sports industry, if you're looking to have a speaker on your panel, I'm hosting a women's leadership panel in October. I'd love to be involved. So
any plans for a book in the future and maybe your own podcast?
Podcast for sure. That is likely going to happen sooner than later, which I'm really excited about, but it won't be just golf specific. It's going to be a mix of like funny and humor and life and business and lighthearted, all the things. So book, I don't know if I'm cool enough for a book. I'd love to. I don't know if I'm cool enough to for people to have any interest in reading about what I have to say in length like that. Nothing is off the table. Nothing's off the table. So I'm open to it.
When you do start up your new podcast, please let me know. I will be happy to support your show, subscribe, and share the word as well. And I'm really glad we met through.
Are you kidding?
I'm glad we met through Threads and stuff. Hey, the next time, if you do come back on my show again after this time, I would love to talk to you more about being a speaker and a writer as well, because that's something I'm working on, is public speaking and also my writing skills.
Well, I think you would be fantastic. If you could put yourself out there publicly, absolutely, you can put it in writing and in front of an audience in real life. So, I mean, in front of you. So, no, we'll definitely connect about that. There's so much opportunity and ways to make it fun. So, we'll keep that on the radar.
Absolutely. Well, Meredith, thank you so much for coming on here tonight. Give me a little bit of time tonight. I will send you the video, the audio, and some reels and clips. Now, if you want the full video, please let me know in a private message, and I can transfer it to you. It kind of shrinks the file down into email, and all you have to do is download it if you want to put it on your website or your social media pages as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. This was super fun.
Absolutely. And I said, I mentioned to you an hour goes quick with me.
It was, yes. And thank you for the questions for those listening.
A lot of them, I wrote some down, but a lot of them come through my head. And one of the guys from the Toronto Raptors, the NBA, years ago, Eric Smith, told me, write points and notes down, Chris, but don't be looking at a piece of paper. Have your conversation like you're at a coffee or a donut shop. So a lot of these professional broadcasters from these sports leagues have really made an impact with me with their advice and feedback.
Love that. Well, no, that was awesome.
And I tell podcasters or radio people, don't do stuff scripted. People don't want scripted. They want natural flowing conversations. And it's the guests that make a great show. Always focus on the guests and not yourself. And that's how I do it.
Well, this was awesome. Thank you again for having me.
Well, thank you so much, Meredith. Have a great night, and we'll be in touch with you soon. And good luck to your New York Mets tomorrow night against the Cleveland Guardians.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Meredith. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
You too. All right, everyone. That wraps up my 7th show in 8 days. 7 shows in 8 days with 7 great guests. And before we wrap up the show, guys, I'm playing a little music video from the Western Medicine Band. And it's a new song coming out. It's called Little Pine. It's called Western Medicine Show. It's a band from Saskatchewan, Canada, with Ray Elliott, Shannon Elizabeth, Laurel Sapp, Aiden Armstrong, her son. It's a song called Little Pine, and we're going to play that song right now, a courtesy of their YouTube channel.
Many beats does a heart have left? This big goodbye comes across your breath. I didn't keep it at the back of your mind. Don't worry about me, cause I'm gonna be fine. Let's walk where the bulrush grows off my range road, where my heart calls on. Keep an eye out for the ones that I love. Tell the story when my name comes up. When my name comes up. Sunsets and long goodbyes. Lord knows all the tears I've cried. My new son by my side. Little pine where my heart feels fine. Let's walk where the sweet grass grows off my range road, where my heart calls home. Keep an eye for the ones that I love. Tell a story when my name comes up. When my name comes up. I'm older than my years. I see things bright and clear. Sunrise with no goodbye. Little pine where my heart feels fine. Let's walk where the bulrush grows off my range road, where my heart calls home. Keep an eye for the ones that I love. Tell a story when my name comes up.
And that song was from the Western Medicine Show Band from Saskatchewan with Stevie Brown, Lucas Goetz, Wyndham Thesson, Ray Elliott, Shannon Elizabeth, with special guests Laura Sapp, Aiden Armstrong, and the song is called Little Pine, produced and recorded in Saskatchewan by Ryan Anderson. So please check out the Western Medicine Show, their website, and they're on Instagram and Facebook as well. And I want to say thank you to Laura Sapp for sending me this song, and I was glad to play it as well. I want to say prayers to Laura as well. She's a really good human being, Laura Sapp, and I thought this was a really nice song as well. So please make sure you check out the Western Medicine Show online. Ray Elliott, Shannon Elizabeth, Laurel Sapp as well. And shout out to Aiden Armstrong, Laura's grandson as well for this amazing song. Before we wrap up this show, guys, again, this is my 7th and 8th week. My next live with CDP Sports and Entertainment talk show by BarryCullen.com is not going to be until Thursday, August 6th at 11 a.m. Eastern with my special guest, Anastasia Rosa. She is a Toronto-based lifestyle and experiences creator. So I'm going to take Tuesday and Wednesday off, 2 days of no live with CDP Sports and Entertainment talk show, but I will be in the University of Guelph Alumni Stadium tomorrow for Toronto Argonauts practice. This will be their last practice in Guelph after having training camp and a lot of the regular season here. They will be heading back to Toronto on Wednesday, August 5th. They will be back practicing at Lamport Stadium in Toronto, and the Argonauts home opener is Thursday night, 7:30 at BMO Field in Toronto when they take on the Calgary Stampeders. So after 3+ months of being in Guelph, they will be back in Toronto. Argos Stampeders, you can listen to it on TSN 1050 with Mike Hogan, Ben Grant, or watch it on TSN. Yours truly will be in the media press box for the Argos Stampeders game Thursday, and I will be at Argos practice on Tuesday morning, and I'm going to try to do some more player interviews and maybe a head coach interview as well. And as we wrap up the show, guys, again, the show is brought to you by Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership. Right now at Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership, get a $25 Esso and Mobile E gift card with the purchase of an oil change and an eligible vehicle health check. Offer is valid from June 1st, 2026 to August 31st, 2026. So you only have another 27, 28 days. Again, the offer again is June 1st, 2026 to August 31st, 2026. Book your appointment today at Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership. You can do it through barrycullen.com, or you can go to the Barry Cullen dealership at 905 Woodlawn Road West in the Guelph Automall. Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership has been a proud advertiser and sponsor of this show for the last 3.5 years. So please check out Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership. And if you're looking for an EV, there's no better place in town than Barry Cullen Chevrolets for your all electric vehicles, as well as pickup trucks, a great selection of pickup trucks and Cadillac vehicles as well. And as we wrap up the show, guys, quickly, if you're looking to adopt a pet or foster adopt, if you're looking to adopt a pet, or I'm going to reword this again, guys. I talked too quick. If you're looking to adopt a cat or foster a cat, check out the New Hope Animal Rescue Group. They're located at 4990 Jones Baseline Road in Guelph, Ontario. Telephone number 519-836-9780, or their website is newhopeanimalrescueguelph.ca. And if you're looking to see a cat, please give them a call first. All appointments to see cats to foster or adopt, give them a call at New Hope Animal Rescue, again at 519-836-9780. And check out their website for more information on the cats that are up for adoption, newhopeanimalrescueguelph.ca. And again, their phone number is 519-836-9780. And they're located at 4990 Jones Baseline Road in Guelph. And there are 3 cats down at Pet Value at 1005 Paisley Road in Guelph. Peanuts is up for adoption. And then there's a bonded pair, Rav and Wyatt. They are a bonded pair, and they're up for adoption through New Hope Rescue Group, which they are down at the Pet Value on 1005 Paisley Road in Guelph. And you also know I do some volunteer work with the Humane Society, and it's in Cambridge. So if you're looking to adopt a cat or a dog or a bunny rabbit, check out the Cambridge District Humane Society, or even a budgie. Check out the Cambridge District Humane Society, located at 1650 Dunbar Road in Cambridge, Ontario. Telephone number 519-623-7722, extension 0. All appointments are done through phone. So please call that number I mentioned and ask for Kat or Michelle, who's in charge of adoptions, or visit their website, cambridgehumanesociety.org. All the pets and animals that are up for adoption, their profiles and information are on cambridgehumanesociety.org. Michelle and her staff do a wonderful job looking after her homeless furry friends and ensure they get adopted into good homes with good families. So at the Cambridge District Humane Society, you can't buy happiness, but you can adopt it as well. And I love being a dog walker down there twice a week as well. And if you're in the Cambridge area on Wednesday, August 5th, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Wednesday, August 5th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., they are doing Zayre's Markets right across from the Cambridge District Humane Society, right in the Cambridge Center Mall. Zayre's Markets is doing a charity barbecue fundraiser for the Cambridge District Humane Society. So if you can if you have some loose change, you can have a pop and a hot dog. And also they're looking for donations of cat food, dog food, garbage bags, paper towels, snacks, treats, toys for the pets down there as well. So if you like pop and hot dogs, check out Zayre's Market just right across from the Cambridge District Humane Society on Dunbar Road for a charity barbecue again this Wednesday, August 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. as well. And as we wrap up the show, guys, make sure you check out my official website, beacons.ai/Chris D. Palme. And as we wrap up the show, guys, StreamYard is the official live stream provider of Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. Finally, guys, Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. The audio version is on iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify for podcasters, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Casts, Spotify, Castbox, LinkedIn, Pandora, Tuned In, YouTube Music, and Good Pods. And the audio version of this show is now on YouTube as well. You can get both the video and the audio versions on my YouTube channel. And please check out my YouTube channel, Chris Palme, Live with CDP Talk Show. Please subscribe, like, and share, and check out my YouTube shorts. I am now a whopping 82 subscribers away from 1,000. So let's get CDP to that 1,000 subscribers mark. And please check out my YouTube channel work as well. And also, if you want a personalized video message from yours truly, CDP, I am on cameo.com/Chris Palme. I do happy birthday, happy Hanukkah, happy anniversary, happy divorce, whatever within reason. So get your Cameo today at cameo.com/Chris Palme. And also, if you like my 3 talk shows, you like my media content on my YouTube channel, I'm on paypal.com. Go to paypal.com @Chris Palme, or email me at cpalme19@gmail.com if you'd like to support my media contact through PayPal or through a personalized video message through Cameo. And finally, guys, you can contact me here at Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show at cpalme19@gmail.com. And you can follow me on Facebook, Threads, X, YouTube. Please subscribe. LinkedIn, Blue Sky Social. I'm there at Live with CDP19 on Blue Sky Social as well. Everywhere except Snapchat. And we got some comments before we go. Robbie Schneider, who has his own podcast show. Robbie recently did 2 shows in a row previewing the Buffalo Bills. 716 Sports Blizzard podcast in Buffalo. Thank you, Robbie. Go Tigers, for watching. And my friend and musician, very talented musician, Laura Sapp, is watching on YouTube. Thank you so much, Chris, for the play of Little Pine. You're very welcome. I think it's a wonderful song, and I'm happy to do that. And thank you for watching this show and for asking my guest Meredith some questions as well. And please, everybody, check out Laurel Sapp on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and also the Western Medicine Show Band with Ray Elliott and Shannon Elizabeth as well. It's a shout out to Laurel's grandson, Aiden Armstrong, as well. Great song, by the way, and I was happy to do that. And also, Laurel, I'm happy to call you friend as well. And that is about it for tonight, guys. I've had a busy last 8 days, 7 shows in 8 days. Thank you to my wonderful guests. Thank you to my wonderful audience watching on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram. And this show is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Good Pods, and wherever podcasts are available. And before we wrap this show up, everybody, if you're a business and a company and you're looking to advertise, there's no better place to advertise than Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show. I have over 810,000 viewers on YouTube. I'm working on 28,000 listeners on Spotify, and this show is on 21 platforms in both video and audio platforms. My prices are very reasonable and competitive and a lot cheaper than traditional radio. And I do get a lot of wonderful guests, and I have a great audience here as well. So if you want to advertise on the show, cpalme19@gmail.com, or contact me on any of my social media pages as well. And again, my next show is not going to be until Thursday, August 6th at 11 a.m. with special guest Anastasia Rosa. She is a Toronto-based lifestyle and experience creator as well. I hope everybody has a great evening. And I'm going to take a couple days off, except I'm going to do some media work coverage of the Argonauts tomorrow. But we'll see you back here on Thursday at 11 a.m. with Anastasia Rosa. Hope everybody has a great night. And thanks again for watching and listening to Live with CDP Sports and Entertainment Talk Show, brought to you by our friends at Barry Cullen Chevrolet Dealership. hosted by Chris Palme. Have a good night, everybody.